I am here to tell you, my friends, that the powers that be do not want you to be strong. They want you to be weak. They want you to be upset. They want you to be dependent. They want you reacting to everything, just walking around upset, angry, reacting to everything out of emotion. They don't want you calm, cool, collected, focused, and ready to execute. They want you weak. And when I look at all these riots and all this stuff, people losing businesses because somebody comes smashing in the name of injustice, when the people and the businesses that they're hurting are people that live in their communities. I mean, you can look at countless businesses full of first-generation immigrants to America, which I support, full of individuals who worked and strived and slaved for years to have that business flourish and grow in a struggling community, and then it just gets burned out. In a small town, we don't do that kind of stuff. We stick up for each other. If there's a business that's struggling, hey, guess what? We're going to choose to shop at that small business, maybe not so much the Amazons of the world. And when I see people marching for injustice while burning buildings down and doing all this stuff, to be honest with you, it really pisses me off. I own small businesses. I know what it's like to work from 5 a.m. to midnight, day after day after day after day. I didn't come from money. I didn't come from much. As a matter of fact, I lived in the inner city. And guess what? When I lived in the inner city, we didn't have any money. There was always an eviction notice on our apartment door. We were always going without electricity. We were always going without food. And guess what? My mom didn't believe in government assistance. She didn't believe in taking hands out because handouts create dependency. And dependency leads to this kind of crap happening all over. I'm a big believer, hey, you got to help somebody out, but you got to teach the man to fish. You don't just give him a fish. You teach him to fish, because if you teach the man to fish, he can feed himself. He can have pride, taking care of himself or herself, your family, your kids. And the truth is, all of this stuff is happening because people feel like there's no hope. I promise you, if you get out of that inner city and you go to a small town, you're willing to work hard, you're willing to stay focused, you're willing to grow every day, you're willing to invest in good relationships and bettering yourself and maybe staying married to one person your entire life or educating yourself. I promise you, the only outcome from that is success. That's it. I'm actually trying to call the good people out of the inner city to the country, to the small town. Live that lifestyle. You don't want to be surrounded by concrete walls your entire life in fear that somebody's going to rob you. What? Why would you do that? If you're a good human being, get out back to your roots. America, not that long ago in the scheme of things, was an agrarian economy. 90% of folks a couple hundred years ago were farmers. Maybe you just need to get back to your roots again. Maybe you need to cowboy up. Maybe you need to get out of that inner city and get where life is a little bit better. And you might say to yourself, I can't afford it. It costs too much. It doesn't cost that much. There are people who have money and there are people that don't have money in a small town, just like anywhere else. But the truth is, you got to take that step.